Hey everybody, this is Bobby from the GM table, and we got another video that's a little different from the normal. So, fair warning, after this intro is an actual play. I know, if you're not interested, that's cool. Check out a different video. But if you are, this is our actual play we did of Tricube Tales. This was literally a last minute actual play because we had a couple sick players on our normal D&D game. And I figured, hey, let's try out this game. And in that, I had everybody make characters and learn the entire system. Specifically, didn't tell them anything about how the game ran until stream time, so you could see the system being taught in real time while we did all that and then did a small, kind of crazy anime-ish adventure. But yeah, check it out.
Hey everybody, we're not running Eberron today because one of our players is having we're just going to say a bad health day. And we all discussed and we decided we did not want to run without them. So instead, we're setting up, first of all, to future proof this. Again, sometimes we will randomly do this if this game turns out to be really fun. But for now, it's going to be a one shot of Tricube Tales, which is a game you probably haven't heard of. However, a lot of our viewers are Savage Worlds fans. And if you're a Savage Worlds fan and you're in the Savage Worlds community, you've probably heard of Richard Woolcock. He does what's arguably some of the best fan made Savage Worlds material, and he does a ton of it. It gets suggested all the time. Well, he made his own game, and he was kind enough to send me a copy. These fine people have not seen this book. I actually have purposely not told them. And oh yeah, it is called One Shot Wednesday on the thing still. Oh well, it's just wrong. But I purposefully haven't told you guys anything about the rules because I'm going to teach you guys on stream while we make characters. Because this is going to be super, super easy. But before we do that, we will do introductions. We don't need to say who your character is because you don't got one today, at least not yet. But you can say who you are. If you have anything to plug, Hina, you completely can. And we're going to start with the one whose camera is currently a dog, of Tommy. Okay, I will get that fixed because that should not be happening. Desktop audio.
And I
Yay.
didn't hear myself, but then I
There
was
we
like,
go.
wait.
We fixed the other end of the audio issues.
There we go. Got it.
All right. Hey, I thought I got my audio fixed. We were being kind of professional, other than our overlay saying the wrong day of the week. I guess it's the streaming equivalent of having the wrong day in your underwear. But yeah, we will start with the one who has the dog on cam. Well, I'm not going to lie, I kind of at some point now want you to do a whole stream where it's a dog with a t-shirt and just your arms.
He won't sit through that.
But yeah,
There's no way he would sit through that.
We have Tommy.
Again, hi, I'm Tommy. I don't have a character yet, so I don't really have anything to plug other than you can find me over at the GM table a lot, and on Fridays I'll be coming into GM Hina's game.
All right. Well, speaking of that, right below him is Hina, so our other known GM and streamer.
I'm known. Anywho, hi, I'm Hina. I have my own channel, twitch.tv/GM Hina. I almost said the wrong one.
You almost said your old channel. I've done that.
It's so easy to do. I run City of Mist campaign on Fridays, and I run I did run a Dragon Age campaign, which I finally finished on Saturday, so that's all done. But we're also going to be playing Eberron on that too. So if you need a double dose of Eberron, you can go over there too. Other than that, I am hopelessly addicted to tabletop, and I'm very glad I joined DM Tabletop. This is a lot of fun always.
Yeah, it's so much fun. We do completely unscheduled games and cancel games, and yay! Now I need to watch the finale to Wyvern's Mark. I have yet to have the time for it.
It was very emotional, and I wish I could have put in so much more, but we didn't have the time, unfortunately. But I feel like it was a very good emotional ending.
And then finally, right below me, we have Andy.
Hi, I'm Andy. I play here at Jam Table as well as on GM Hina's channel, and I love it. I love tabletop RPGs, and yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with these guys. That's all, really. I work
That's
in a
all.
hospital. I have
Bobby,
sugar.
we're not doing our job right.
No, I know. We're bad at it. Apparently, we're just really bad at it.
They're having fun.
Ugh. Who does that? That's not the point of RPGs. I know. I run every game like I'm not actually paying attention. I mean, I don't think a single one of my games has actually come off looking professional. Let's be honest here.
Who's going for professional, really?
I'd rather
We
us
have
be
fun.
I was gonna say I'd rather us be known for having fun. We're the channel you watch that feels like you're actually at somebody's table. Other than the
Well-
fact that we're all digital and we're like one of the streams that doesn't have a table.
One day.
One day. But with that, we are covering Tricube Tales. I recently put a review of this out last week. It was part of 3 games, so if it gets noticed, it's like $1 on drive-thru. But this thing's 50 pages. I was telling you guys, it has a bunch of archetypes. It has genre rules and all of that. But first thing we have to cover, before I get into the mechanics, is what game you guys want to do. Like, what kind of setting? I know Andy's answer.
Mm-hmm.
Ina?
I mean, I'm not really partial. I'm up for whatever. I mean, I'm playing a fantasy, so I mean, I guess it's not fantasy if I have to pick a preference.
Hina said unpartial. That sounds like a yes to your Power Rangers, Andy.
Uh,
I would love to do a Power Rangers.
We can do a bad 3-person Super Sentai / Magical Girl type game.
I mean, I'm always good for magical girls.
Yeah.
And he sold them with magical girls.
It's almost like I added that out of nowhere because I know what I'm doing. I talk very fast because it is easier to dub. No. You know, every time I do it, you just give me the whole eyes.
Maybe
Maybe I'm doing it on purpose. You don't know.
I know. It's
I might
bad.
be
I'm going to lose all my cred because I've been telling Tommy about this. Out of nowhere, I'm down a Yu-Gi-Oh hole. I've been watching the Yu-Gi-Oh anime out of nowhere. I think YouTube was like, oh, you love tabletop games. You love cartoons. We know what you like. Because it just started suggesting it to me like crazy. And I'm like, you know what? I haven't watched old Yu-Gi-Oh in a while. I guess advertising works. It's on Hulu. But yeah. Ooh, we got a rate. Thank you. Is our alert box not up?
I didn't pop.
Oh, no.
I think the chat's also behind the box too. So
Yeah, everything is set up horribly. Oh, this is
Sorry, I'm being cutie honey. Don't mind me. I don't really know a lot about magical girl stuff though. Does that mean bad gay?
How do you not know magic? Even I know magical girls. Come on.
Andy and I are gonna have a marathon. We're gonna watch so
I know,
many.
right?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay, imagine Power Rangers if instead of it cutting to martial arts, the entire thing is an anime rom-com.
Yes, Sailor Moon. There you go.
Yeah.
That's a magical girl series.
Sailor Moon is the quintessential magical girl show for American audiences.
But again, I'm not like a huge fan. I haven't watched any of it. I'm like bad gay. I know.
I wanted to be Tuxedo Mask for like a year when I was like 10, you know?
Oh my god, I'm finding out things about Tommy I never knew.
Come on. It was cool.
I did watch the Cutie Honey movie because it was so much fun and hilarious. But yeah.
I'm down for Power Rangers.
Really.
Yeah, we'll do like an ode to bad English conversion Japanese animation, and it'll be Sentai meets Magical Girls. We can totally do that on this channel. So, here's the thing. This game actually, at least to me, feels a lot like Fate in how freeform the character creation is. So what it is you're going to pick your archetype and say whatever it is. There's one catch. The first word of your archetype has to be. Let me just double check that. I want to make sure I got all these right. Crafty. Okay, so you are either agile, brawny, or crafty. Agile means you're dexterous, you're good with ranged attacks if combat comes up, that kind of thing. Brawny means you're strong. Crafty means you're smart and also social. But to give you some examples, because with how freeform this game is, examples help. The ones they have are an agile cyborg gunslinger, an agile starship pilot, an agile draconian knight, a brawny orc mercenary, a crafty inventor, and a crafty psychologist.
So crafty is just smart.
Yeah,
Okay.
smart. Are you quick, strong, or smart? But they did it in a way so that that's just another one of the descriptors in your archetype, so it just feels an I think. Now we can get into the deep stuff of you could be an agile cyborg, which typically means you're good at ranged, but you could say agile cyborg ninja, and you can there's a modifier where you can choose to change your combat type where you go, I'm actually swords, so you don't get that bonus with range like you normally would. You instead get it, but only with things that would make sense for agility, but you do get it for melee instead. But that's like when you really want to fine tune and make exceptions to the rules type thing.
Okay.
Like you could play Sherlock Holmes and be like the crafty detective, but Sherlock Holmes is actually known to be a brawler because of how knowledgeable he is. And you go, okay, I'm not actually good with guns and stuff. Instead, I use my intelligence to know when and where to hit people, and I actually fisticuff. That kind of exceptions.
Gotcha.
So I feel like we need a theme, and there are three of us. So agile, brawny, and crafty. Right?
That is true. Each of you guys could take one. It fits well.
And then
I thought you were going to say the power of three will set us free, but you know.
we could totally play up that though and come up with maybe either an element that represents it or a planet, because we're going to need some kind of unifying theme, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I will say, this is just a descriptor of like who you are, like what you do, what you're good at.
okay.
You will also get a perk, which we'll cover, which is kind of like Edges in Savage Worlds, but it's also more like a descriptor tag. And everyone will get a quirk, which is something that can be like a hindrance, like a setback. So this is not the only thing that describes you, but this is like the core.
Right.
Because if you're trying to do something that doesn't, like, it would make no sense that your archetype could do it, it's actually going to be harder for you.
I like the idea. Well, I was going to pick agile for me.
I was actually thinking about crafty for myself.
Tommy's perfect for Braun.
I'll go brawny.
Okay.
All right.
I was thinking that I play a lot of innocent style characters that don't know better, so it would be nice to pick, somebody that might.
Now, I will say, if we're not doing a thing where everyone's Super Sentai, because this could be a crossover, we can easily do things. I don't know what Tommy's would be in what we've been discussing, but like Andy could just be an agile Super Sentai. Ina could just be a crafty magical girl. Like, you can do that if you don't have a more concrete thing.
Yeah, I was thinking agile teenage martial artist.
Yeah.
I'll go with crafty magical girl. That sounded fun.
Although, yeah, this Sentai thing would be good,
I mean, Teen Ninja's same damn thing.
right?
Yeah, but you
Right.
got to go like Shadow Moon Ninja or something. You got to like
That's when we get into
spikes.
perks. That's
Oh,
when we
okay.
get into perks.
That's what I
Fair
was
enough.
thinking.
Because
All right.
perks are also how you do magic, which is going to be a fun thing when we get to.
Okay.
I don't know. I got to think of something
This
for
could
Ronnie.
be fun.
Okay.
If
Well,
I
while
don't-
Tommy's thinking about Brawny, I will cover Hina. I think I'm going to focus on you most because you're a magical girl, so we know your perk's going to be magic. Like, easy. But here's the thing. You have options still. You don't have to just write down magic. So you can go general, like just magic. But because that is so broad and you could kind of use a perk like that for anything, you would have to put limitations on it, which I have a list. Or you could go more specific, like pyromancy, at which point there's no limitations, but we know it's all fire type situation. So, depending, do you want general magic or do you want to be like specific magic? And if you
I'll
say,
probably
"Oh God, it's in my head," rainbow magic's in my head.
No, you're just trying to influence me here. I
No,
think.
the song is in my head. Because I was gonna say, "Don't say rainbow magic," and then the song started in my head.
My Alexa is possessed.
Ah. Yeah, I definitely want to go with a specific type of magic. I just got to think about what.
Oh,
Yeah, like
all right.
maybe.
While you guys figure this out, 1 second. Apparently, my
Okay.
wife needs me, so you guys can discuss what you need.
Okay.
Maybe that's how we can play into the theme. Like if we go for elements and agile, like water martial artists, like that would be what my powers are. Perks based something like that. And you could do fire, and earth would be like strong, something like that.
Hmm.
You could
Or-
always do like the Japanese, classic Asian elements.
Yeah,
Wood and metal. Yeah.
yeah. That would
Hmm.
work too. Wind, wood, and metal.
Yeah. Well, it's wind, wood, metal, fire, and earth.
Yeah. So
They have an extra one in there. They have
Yeah.
no air. They have no
Yeah.
wind.
Could be like Captain Planet. I'll pick heart.
I know, right? I hated that cartoon as a kid. I hated it. Still had to watch it on occasion. But
We lost a viewer right when I sang, and I'm pretty.
Sorry about that, everybody.
It's okay.
That's okay.
There was issues putting the kid down, and apparently none of my stuff was giving me alerts when she was texting me or calling me.
one of those tech days.
It's one of those beautiful tech days. All right.
I mean, if we want to go with element, yeah, I could go with fire, but I also kind of thought about illusionary magic.
You could totally do. Just write like illusionist. Your stuff's illusions.
Okay.
We're set. Andy, what do you want your perk to be?
What are some of the options outside of magic?
Oh, options for magic? Again, if you can think of like a more specific kind of magic that would have built-in limitations and you just come up with it, you can. Again, I read the examples and I could read the perks in those example characters, but there's not like a master list. This is, you come up with it, you're good.
What about other perks? So, are there other ones?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I could read the ones from the example characters, but there's not like a master list of perks.
Okay,
But
gotcha.
this
So
could give
any
you
perk,
yeah.
like,
This could give you some examples that could help you out. The cyborg has cybernetic arms as a perk.
Okay, gotcha.
The lightning reflexes for the pilot. One I really love is the Brawny Draconian, which is like the half dragon guy, has draconic heritage as his perk.
Well, what about power armor, right?
Yeah. You could do that. In fact, the inventor literally has a high-tech power suit as one of the examples.
Right? That would be perfect for the
All right. Tommy, have you figured out something for Brawny?
Oh yeah, we're totally doing half dragon D.
Nice. So Brawny half dragon?
Oh yeah,
All right. Then is your perk Draconic Heritage?
yeah, but I want to be able to like shift back and forth.
Oh, from like human to dragon?
You know what I mean? I don't want to be like a scaly freak all the time.
Okay, then we'll say your archetype is ooh, okay.
That's why I said it
Uh,
had. Do you know what I'm talking about? Half
yeah.
dragon D, where he just pops his claws and his face gets all weird sometimes.
Oh, got you. Okay. We will say dragon-blooded, whatever you want to add to that, like warrior or hero, dragon-blooded hero, as your like brawny dragon-blooded hero. Now, I will give you an no, dragon-blooded. We don't need to have that. So yeah, you could either do draconic form as your perk, which means you could like shape change full dragon out, or we could do like draconic heritage, which doesn't mean you like super shape change, but like you swipe and all of a sudden there's claws, or you can breathe fire out of nowhere.
Yeah,
They
let's do that.
effectively do the same, but flavor tweaks a little bit.
Yeah, let's do that one.
All right.
So I was gonna say elemental power armor and then play off the Asian elements.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
We can totally do that. Now, this power armor just like boosts your physical ability. It doesn't give you like spells or anything, right?
Right.
Okay.
And just
you-
more resilient to damage, a little faster, a little tougher.
Yeah.
It's not spandex. It's more like a movie suit or something. Not do spandex. Because honestly, who does that protect?
All
Let's
right.
be real.
Then,
So-
what's up, Tommy?
Oh, nothing. I'm gonna go for a Guyver joke, but
Definitely not the viewers. It does not protect the viewers when they can
Uh.
see your religion.
Oh no. All right. Now, finally, you all have a quirk. And a quirk is essentially, like I was saying, it's a hindrance. Examples are arrogant, loose cannon, ruthless, greedy, vigilante. It's just something that's going to come up that I might use as like a tag to make things more typically personality based, but like vigilante obviously wasn't personality based.
I feel like going Sailor Moon route. I should go Klutz.
Oh, totally.
Okay.
So this is where we're gonna get Tommy, Andy, do you guys have ones in mind?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Greed.
Greedy? All right.
Yeah, hoard stuff.
Yeah. You are muted, Andy. So
I was thinking curious.
perfect. So here's the thing. You guys also, you can use whatever you use for bennies, or you can mark it down or whatever. You guys also have 2 pools. Both of them are at 3. They will stay at 3 unless this ever becomes like an ongoing thing and you can use advancements to raise them. You have your resolve, which you have 3 points of resolve, and you have your karma, which you have 3 points of karma. Resolve, think of it like hit points, okay? Whenever you fail a task, which combat is also a task, it's not like I roll, you roll. If you go to kill a skeleton, I go, here's the difficulty to kill the skeleton, roll. Either you succeeded or you failed, you lost a resolve, and it's still there. But if you fail, you lose 1 resolve. If you critically fail, which we'll get into, you lose 2. If you lose all of your resolve, you are out for the scene and you gain a condition. Conditions really based on my whims, but more based on the story. Conditions can range from things like broken leg, missing arm, if it's like a permanent something really bad, to ran away scared. And you got the condition, ran away scared, and you're out of the scene because that's what happened to you. Conditions last kind of similar to City of Mist with their conditions, where they last like as long as the condition should last type situation. But in the next scene, when you come back, your condition's either there or it's resolved based on the condition. But either way, you got all of your resolve points back once you've lost them all. You can get rid of conditions by spending karma. Like, get rid of them early, basically. The only real big one with that is if it is a permanent condition, like lost an arm, something that should never come back. You can still get rid of it by spending karma, but it's a permanent loss to your maximum karma. You gain karma back by having checks that have your quirk. So like whenever Hina has a roll that goes, I want klutz to happen right now, and it'll make the check more difficult, you also get a karma for doing that. Because maybe you'll be klutzy and it still succeeds, but it's much less likely. You can also spend karma at any point to reduce the difficulty of a check by 1. We'll get into difficulties in a second. Or if you are or if you're trying to do a task that your perk qualifies for, you can spend a karma to basically automatically succeed. But it has to be something your perk would allow you to automatically succeed with. Like if, say, your perk was Master Thief and you're trying to pick a lock, you could just spend a karma, not even make the check, and just do it. Difficulty, this is a dice pool system. It ranges from 1 to 3d6. The standard is 2d6. If the task has nothing to do with your archetype, like, you know, you're a magical girl. If all of a sudden you ended up in a temp job where you have to do someone's taxes, because I'm trying to think of things that magical girl wouldn't qualify for, but something where like you are way out of your league. Actually, heck, magical girl, you have to use a floppy disk to save a world by hacking a supercomputer. While they do that, it is out of their league. You would only get 1d6 instead of 2d6. If your perk qualifies, you get an extra d6. Odds are your perk should never qualify for anything that's out of your league. But if it already fits in your archetype and your perk qualifies, like doing magic, you get to roll 3d6. Difficulties are either a 4, a 5, or a 6. Standard difficulty is a 5. You roll all the dice you get. If at least one of them comes up the DC, you succeeded. If 2 or more come up the DC, you basically got a raise. You succeed with flair. You got an extraordinary success. If at least half of the dice you rolled come up as 1s, you critically failed. That's really it. Karma reduces the DC. Quirks raise the DC. So if it's a 5...
Question.
Yes.
Say that part about the critical failure again.
If at least half of the dice you roll come up 1 on the dice, it's a critical failure.
If you roll a 1 on 2d6,
it's a crit.
Fail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Just making sure I got that right.
And a critical fail means you lose 2 of your resolve. I'm going to quickly double check that it's and fail, because that's kind of a really big distinction.
Well, if it's just rolling a 1, that's gonna hurt.
Unless you're rolling with 3d6. If you have 3d6, you gotta roll 2 of them. Here we go. Oh, sorry. I actually misread that. If you roll a 1 on all of the dice you were rolling, it's a critical failure. All right. Yeah, I was worried of the same thing. Big difference. But that also means if you're rolling a 1d6, if you roll that 1, it's a crit fail. So it's risky. Damn
That's
it,
part of
Sandy
the-
Bear.
That's part of the theme song too.
Yeah. Is it filing taxes by daylight?
No.
Okay.
No,
I was like, I didn't
just
think
he
it
modified
was.
the line, but
Yeah.
that is the line. And it's a lyric from the song. Fighting evil by moonlight, something something by daylight.
I think it's like finding romance by daylight.
It's something like that.
And we're nerds.
It's winning love by daylight. Sorry.
Yeah, see?
Hina,
I-
you get
I-
a Benny. We don't have Bennies in this game, but you get a
Dang
Benny.
It's because I actually have some of the pins I sell are Sailor Moon Punderful pins, so I had to watch a lot of Sailor Moon.
Nice.
Like, I have one with Sailor Moon with donuts on her head, and it says "Donut, give up."
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Don't judge me, Bobby.
So we actually have everyone's characters done, and you guys know the core of the game now. Most tasks, it's succeed or fail. However, I could be like, you face 5 skeletons. You need 5 resolution tokens, which every success gets you 1 token. Success with flair or an extreme success gets you 2 tokens type situation. And narratively, since I did 5 and 5 each tokens, 1 skeleton you defeated type situation. So there, we covered all the rules and major characters. Tommy's camera doesn't recognize his face, per the usual. Yeah, it happens.
I'm trying here.
All right,
I can kick on the other light.
I am now moving away from their mechanics to. What was that, Andy?
I said that's what happens when you stare at true beauty for too long.
Thank
Oh,
you,
that was
Andy.
such
I
a nice
appreciate
thing to-
that. That's why the karma is currently blurring me out.
All right. So, this is me just ripping off my own mechanics, but we need to know how you guys know each other. Because let's be honest, if this is a Super Sentai Magical Girl game, you're all friends.
Right.
We're also all probably in high school.
right.
Or still go to school, but it's never determined like what level of school you're at. Just everyone's in school still.
Or maybe it's something like we meet at the same after school center where we all take the same like martial arts class or something like that even.
All right, so I'm just gonna steal my interludes of who wants to go first.
Oh Lord.
That sounds like Andy just volunteered. So
Andy just volunteered.
No.
you're connected. You're connected to someone by a tragedy. You get to decide who.
It will be Hina Magic. I went to Hina knowing she's a magical girl because my father died in a plane crash, and I was like, "You have to bring him back. Please bring him back."
This brings up a very important question. Hina, are you openly magical?
Probably not.
we're
It's probably
friends,
like
but-
it's probably that straight up like magical girl where I can't tell anybody or it would
Yeah.
ruin my life. So
Well,
like
but
I have to
we're
act like he's a crazy person almost like
I thought we were friends. That's why I was saying that. Is this how we're like tied together?
Yes,
If we
this
don't.
is how.
yeah.
This is like your guys' background. So this is
Okay.
before.
Okay. Then let me think about it. Come back to me, maybe.
All right. Well then, Hina, you share a tragedy with Tommy. And since it's 3, this is gonna be real easy. Tommy, you share a romance with Andy.
Okay, I got that.
Uh,
I'll wait for Hina's tragedy. I got this, Andy. I got this romance.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of what the tragedy would be. Probably like, like getting that magical power. Like she probably was really overwhelmed by it maybe.
But I've been born this way, so I helped you overcome the tragedy.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So Hina, then for tragedy, if it binds us together somehow, but I don't know that you're magical yet. Maybe I get called out of class.
Well, I mean, this is a fair question, especially that, like, Tommy, you're half dragon, but you may not have always had an awaken. Was there an event that gave all of you guys your powers?
Ooh.
Because, I mean, even Andy's suit is magic.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question. The twin-tailed comet did it.
Yeah, maybe there was some bizarre like astronomical like convergence alignment or something.
A large hadron collider was turned on.
Black holes. Black holes.
Won't you come? Sorry.
Oh no. They didn't say
Yeah,
black hole,
no.
son.
I guess this is fair. If it's all tied to you guys, we can do a group discussion. Do you guys want to be an event that happened to you or a person who chose you? Because both are just as tropey.
A person. Or Zordon, come on.
I was going to say, anytime Andy hears anything close to original Power Rangers, he picks that option.
Yeah. Doing it. This may be the closest I ever get. No.
I mean, I'm cool with it being an event of some sort.
Yeah. Either one works, really.
What is wrong with my camera?
It doesn't like you. It doesn't think you're people.
You didn't get it a
Evidently.
Valentine's Day gift, and now it's upset.
We don't do Valentine's Day here. That's my wife's birthday, so I don't want to have to do both. So we just do her birthday. I get to
think we
cheat.
discovered why the camera's mad
That's
at
why
you,
the
Tommy.
camera's like, buy me gifts, damn it.
Anyone have a good event?
I mean, I'm a little out of it myself, so I like my brain's also like, what?
Alright.
So I'm not gonna
Crash
lie to you.
meteor it is.
I was gonna say there's all kinds of. You can go with the classic trope, crash thing,
Got the crash
toxic
meteor.
toxic waste
chemical
explosion.
accident.
Toxic waste coming, random magical creature that gave me my contract, and I'm like, what the
Yeah,
hell?
I'm a
exactly.
magical girl.
I'm
I'm
a kick.
Ritual.
Oh God, a
Higher power
ritual.
beings dead.
Guys, we're at a slumber party, and it turned out to get way too real.
Oh God.
Oh no, we're going with Sammy's. Sammy's got a good one. Someone from the future came back in time,
Oh yeah, that's gotta be
Alright.
it.
activated our magic powers.
There you go.
All right, that means we also get the wise old mentor. All right.
So it's kind of like Zordon, Andy.
Yeah. It works. It's the Time Force Rangers. Okay. Yeah.
You just said words. All right, yeah. So you guys have an old mentor who's also very, very young, depending on how you view time, but came to all of you as you were leaving school. Because I feel like if you're not randomly in school, whether or not you're school aged, we're not in the trope. And bestowed gifts unto you. So then the question is, how? Do you guys want to have the thing where like it was open about it, or did he like secretly give you guys your powers and then you're like, what the hell's going on? Like, I don't know why mentors in this stuff like to like, here's your powers, and then I'll come to you when you're really desperate, instead of just, here, I'm gonna explain this to you, then give you everything. Here's a manual. Does that help?
Get me teenagers with attitude. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
God. Yeah, he tried to do the responsible thing and come to you guys, but again, it's a creepy old guy who's like, I could give you powers. And you're teenagers with attitude.
I'm not going in your trunk, bro.
I'm immediately calling the police.
Say, yeah, he comes back and he's like, he does something and gives us powers and is like, it is up to you with these newfound powers to save your future. And then he's like gone again, and we're like, newfound what?
What?
Like,
Do you guys have different names, or is it Andy, Tommy, and Hina? Because like they already fit.
yeah, we could do that. Why not?
So it's
I'm cool
just
with it.
Andy, I give you the coin of the elements, and he just like gives you a coin.
Yeah.
Hina, you're given the rod
Yeah,
of
right.
mysticism.
No, thank you.
He gives you an actual physical rod, not.
No, thank you. Just like holding it like towards him. No.
You guys have never said it. He comes at you, calls you by name automatically. Tommy, you have the necklace of the dragon heart.
I'm still really creeped out by this guy, but I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, he has like one swollen shut eye, hunched over.
Dude, if I'm getting it, I'm holding it out like
Yeah.
holding it like outward, like oh god.
Do what must be done to save the world.
Save the world.
And then he like pseudo teleports away. Did anyone spike your food in the cafeteria?
I know. Who put the acid in my spam?
So you guys have these random items. Also, while it would be super convenient, only the three of you were leaving school. It was not only the three of you leaving school. There are other classmates looking at like, what the fuck just happened?
My uncle is a magician.
What is your archetype again?
Agile, not crafty.
Well, no, agile teen ninja, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is a 1d6.
Uh-huh.
It is a 5.
Yeah.
Don't roll a 1.
I got a 2, so
Cool, you didn't critically fail. You're gonna be like, yeah, right. Lame. And a milkshake flies and lands on you. You lose
a
1
milkshake
resolve.
again.
Something up
It's
with milkshakes.
Baytown.
What is happening? Oh, okay. I was like, what the heck's going on with milkshakes?
There was a running joke in Baytown that I constantly had bullies hit him with strawberry milkshakes.
Oh, that's upsetting.
And it's a strawberry milkshake.
Oh no.
I
What?
get
It's
it. You
an-
don't like magic.
It's an O'Doyle rules reference. Jesus.
At that point, I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna muscle up on him and I'm gonna intimidate him out of here. Say, get out of here.
All right.
Not to the crew, but to the other people.
No, you're a brawny dragon-blooded hero. Your dragon blood has been activated. You don't know that, but you are being heroic. So you can roll 2d6. If you want to unknowingly kind of dragon out a little bit, like maybe flames out your nose or something, to drop this down to 4 instead of 5 for the target number, you can spend a karma.
I got a 5 and a 1, so
Oh, you're good. You're good. They're just, jeez. Run away.
Thanks, Tommy.
It is now just the 3 of you.
And I am dripping in strawberry milkshake. This is gonna smell fun soon, I promise.
but it brings all the boys to the yard.
The milkshake brings other boys to the yard.
I totally stole that from Sammy. I'm sorry.
I'm wearing it.
You stole a Sandy joke.
Sammy.
Sammy.
Oh, Sammy. Okay, I thought you said from Sandy. I'm like, feel ashamed.
No, he said it's both yummy and destructive though.
Yeah.
He's not
that,
wrong.
that was somebody
All
else.
That was Sandy.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
Sandy.
there you go. Sammy and Sammy. Oh my god.
I know, right?
So, what do you guys want to do? That you can also just be like, this is weird. I'm going home.
This is weird. I'm going home.
Okay, yeah, break. Like, you know.
All right. So we cut to that evening, which means establishing nighttime outdoor shot. All right. I'll roll a die. All right, Hina. We're in your
Yes.
character's room.
Okay.
Are you studying? What's your character currently doing?
Probably trying to distract themselves from, looking like the item that they got. What was it again? It was a rod, right?
A rod. We're just gonna make it the fucking Sailor Moon rod. You know
Yeah,
this.
she should probably put it on like on her like shelves, and she's probably just working on her book towards it, and then looking away and like shaking her head like, what the fuck happened there? Oh my god.
You are actually the crafty character.
Yeah.
No, this is good. Because this means you get to roll 3d6 right now.
Oh, to study or to figure out this thing? What am I doing?
Something's gonna happen based on your
Oh
roll.
god. Okay. I got 2 5s and a 4.
You got an extreme success. All right, so you know the classic Sailor Moon level anime glitter sound?
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens. As the rod goes up and begins spinning slightly.
I did not sign up for this. I just had to go study. What the heck is happening?
Hina, it is okay.
Ah!
The extreme success made your rod sentient, by the way.
Oh no, this is the worst.
It was your bonding roll with the rod.
She just goes, ah, and she throws her pillow at it.
It's like standing up, hovering about this high off your bedspread. As it's spinning, it's letting off like little, like multicolored hollow glitter.
She's hiding behind her desk chair right now.
The pillow bounces off the thing. Ow.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it was just a pillow.
I mean, ow.
I'm not very big.
You've got
Okay.
a serious throwing arm.
What do you want, random magic thing?
We're destined to be friends, Hina.
This
Don't
sounds weird.
I'm a talking rod. Everything's gonna sound weird.
All right, you know what? It's
You
gonna
gotta start
be,
talking
that's
rod.
legit. That's legit. All right.
I'm also kind of funny, right? Ha 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 ha.
Don't laugh. You sound like that weird Alexa laugh thing that was really popular, and it's just not good. It's just not good.
I won't laugh anymore. I'm actually very self-conscious about it. But
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
thought we were friends.
I don't know you, magical thing that's floating now above my bed.
Above my bed? Hina, wouldn't you like to save the world?
I mean, I kind of want to pass my math test.
I
Got a lot going on.
I could help with that.
You can help me pass my math test?
Yes.
But I have to save the world to
Cue
do it.
magical girl transformation.
Oh, God.
You're now Sailor Math.
I'm Sailor Math. Sailor Mercury, but with different colored hair.
But no, yeah, since you said the main thing you want to do is pass your math test, pass your math test, is pass your math test.
She's flipping up the language.
It magical girl transforms you, and while you're in this form, you are super smart. You have all the intelligence of the cosmos. Your illusion magic is you can convince people of anything because you know what's true.
Oh, I see. But I think she'll look at her like outfit and be like, look up a little bit. Yeah, I don't think I go to school like this. This wouldn't be okay.
The first outfit is just like the most stereotypical.
Yeah, stereotype magical girl.
No, stereotypical schoolgirl.
Oh yeah, Japanese school. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think I can go to school like this. I'll get made fun of, like straight up.
I was trying to be creative, but okay.
I don't mean to tear you down. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I will change our form. Second magical girl transformation, and now
God.
it can be whatever outfit you want it to be.
Okay, probably just her normal outfit.
All right, high low as we cut to Tommy. And the thing is it's like it can be whatever you want it to be. We don't see the final form yet. It like cues up the music and begins the magical girl transformation, then hard cuts to Tommy. Where are you at night, Tommy, after what happened during the day?
It's just a bedroom, typical teenage boy bedroom. Half the room's covered in movie posters and whatever music. The other half, though, has a bunch of like Gundam figures, models. They've all been put together, various and sundry power armors and mechas. It's his nerd. It's his secret nerd.
Secret nerd, the most elusive of nerds. Find him in his natural habitat.
So,
Behold
yeah.
the weeaboo.
Definitely laid out in bed.
All right. Where's the necklace currently?
On the nightstand? That's probably
Okay.
not a good idea, but okay, yeah, it's there.
It begins. Vroom, vroom. The necklace itself looks. It's a Chinese dragon, but it's like the Jackie Chan Adventures type dragon with a red gem that it's curling around. The gem begins flashing slightly.
I'm sleeping.
It starts audibly going vroom, vroom.
All right, fine. I wake up and I'm gonna look at it. I don't want to touch it, but I'm gonna look at it and like see what it's doing.
All right. When you look over at it, roll 2d6.
A 4 and a 5.
Wow, so you succeed. When you see it, the necklace looks like it's like flaming, but they're like blue-green flames. And you look down and like your fists and your feet are also flaming. But they're not hot.
He's gonna be totally cool about this, and he's gonna reach over and try to grab it because this is kind of weird, but this isn't freaky weird. He's not getting burned yet.
Yeah. When you grab it, it feels warm to the touch, but doesn't hurt you at all.
Okay. Nothing else happens when I pick it up.
Just holding it in your hand? No. You did not get an extraordinary success, so it's not sentient.
Okay. Hina stealing all the good shit.
No, it's gonna be real bad if
I
Andy
can't
gets
help
an
it when I
extraordinary-
get 2 5s and a 4, okay?
I-
Can't, and now I got a yelling stick at me. I don't understand.
I do not yell, Hina.
Well,
Some people find it unsettling.
can I like change the shape of it so it's not so gaudy and I can actually wear it?
Yeah, so you look, you're like, oh man, I wish this was gaudy. It doesn't change the physical shape of it. When you're kind of like, ugh, and you go to wear it, it feels hot on your chest, and then the necklace goes into your chest and leaves a tattoo instead.
Okay. Guyver it is. Let's do this.
All I thought about was we were high school kids, so all I think is my mom's gonna kill me.
What I love is we just had a scene of like, I don't want to do this. This is weird. I don't know what's going on. And then we cut to, all right, let's do this. And he does the fist just like you did, and the fist like lights on fire, and it freeze frames for a sec, and it cuts to Andy. So
You are muted.
you're
Oh, Andy, you're muted.
You are super muted.
Super muted. So wash the strawberry milkshake off first and foremost.
Oh yeah, this is hours later.
Then I am going to probably be at like leaving my martial arts class at night.
Okay. So you got the coin.
Mm-hmm.
What did you do with the coin?
It's in the pocket of my jeans.
Pocket your jeans. All right. Yeah. So you're leaving the class, and you're like, you feel your jeans, like kind of that, like you're very aware of something in your pocket. And I'd say it's hot, but it's hot and cold at the same time.
Right. Well, I'm gonna pull it out because I've been thinking about it since that happened.
All right. Yeah. So as you grab it and pull it out, roll 2d6.
Mhm. 2 4s.
Do you want to spend a karma to lower the difficulty down to a 4?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Because if you had failed, the car's going to drive by, yellow Doyle rules, and hit you with another shake.
Yeah. Thought maybe that
You're just
something
like,
bad would happen like
You-
that. Yes.
burn one of your karma. Narratively, you look and you do it, and you're like, huh. And like, it's all the elements in one. So this thing is hot, it's cold, it's kind of like electrified. It looks normal, but like you're feeling all of it at once off of it. And you kind of go to like throw it away, and you accidentally throw it away. And as your hand does this, you go into morphin time.
Yeah.
No one has warned you of this. You are now in a Super Sentai suit.
Yeah. I'm like, power of the plains, metal lion. Like,
And because you got an extraordinary success, you're like, oh, what is this? What color are you? What animal are you?
I'm yellow, gold, and a lion, a metal lion.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
like, this is weird. And you feel a rumbling as down the street and stops and sits in front of you as your lion Zord.
Yes. Yes, that's what I do.
Don't worry, Tommy. You're going to get other opportunities to get that extraordinary success and get full power access to your power.
That's fine. I'm good with it. I'm totally okay with this.
You're just like, what is this? And then a Zord runs up and sits.
And of course, I do the whole like, and like leap up onto its head.
Quadruple
Like,
front flip, just.
Yeah. And
Land
then
on the
like
head.
I'm on his head, and then I'm inside of him all of a sudden. It's like, how did that happen?
Hard cut to the sound of a school bell ringing. It is the next morning, and you're all now in class. The audience, and therefore the story, doesn't see what you guys end up doing with this. But yeah, what do you guys do? Like, you're sitting, homeroom is starting, and you're all in your desks. Conveniently, your desks are all next to each other. Because come on.
I think since I'm the only one who's like, what is happening? Like, I'm gonna be like, are you guys like seriously like okay with all this? Like, really? This really? Really?
You're muted, Andy.
Don't you want to save the world?
I want to pass my math test.
Yeah, we can do that too.
I was gonna
Let's
say,
why not both?
we're going to assume you guys haven't told each other about like your powers or what has happened.
Right.
Which actually just makes her response even better, and Andy just actually like, yeah, don't you want to save the world? Which happens to be exactly what your item told you, which is perfect for comedy of errors.
Seriously, I just want to pass my math test. That's really number one priority for me.
Well, do that, and then after school, we save the world because I have powers. I don't know about you, guys.
What are you two talking about? I don't know what you two are talking about. His shirt's slightly opened and there's like a new tattoo right there. It's totally visible.
I'm gonna
The
point
eyes of
towards
the-
him. I don't believe you for a second.
As you say that, the eye on the dragon tattoo goes. Zoom.
Ugh.
I'm like, I've seen you without your shirt on before, and this is new.
Button.
Right.
Aw.
I was gonna say, if you don't want him to do that, you guys can do an opposed roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna
This
pose
is-
that.
Hey, no, we have a romantic tie. Come on.
I was gonna say,
We didn't flesh that out. I was gonna have you help me get a girl.
Oh no, you said I've got this. No, I am. No,
Yes!
I've got it. I fleshed.
Meanwhile, I'm just sitting at my desk going, I just want to pass my goddamn math test.
I'm just kidding. If we could have frozen, I'm totally kidding.
So this is actually perfect because you initiating this 100% would be agility. You stopping him could be agility, but I think Brawny would just as easily stop him. So both roll 2d6.
No.
I got a 1 and a 4.
I got a 3 and a 2.
You guys kind of slap fight. And in the slap fighting, Andy doesn't successfully rip your shirt, but in the slap fighting, a button or two like gets undone and it definitely fully exposes the tattoo. Freeze frame, zoom.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
See, look at that. Look at that. Why are we always wrestling with you in some various stage of undress? Why does this?
The teacher then yells at the two of you to stop horsing around or you're going to get detention.
There was a bug. I'm gonna say it towards her, and I'm gonna like kind of move my wand a little bit to try and make a bug show up.
Nice. Okay. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
This is going to
Yeah.
be 3d6.
Okay.
You have it, but
Mhm.
you're gonna get one of your karma back.
Oh, I didn't lose a karma. I think.
Dang it.
Yeah, I didn't lose a karma.
Then I'm not gonna activate. I was gonna say with clutch, you accidentally, if you get a super success, you summon a giant bug. But
Yeah, I didn't lose any karma because I
That'll
got
be
that
your-
ultimate success.
that'll be your critical failure. That'll be your failure state.
Okay.
But yeah,
now
so you roll
so I'll
3d6. If any of them are 5s, you succeed. If you get 2 or more 5s or 6s, you get an extreme success. Nothing?
I got a 1, 2, and a 3.
So you will lose 1 resolve.
Okay.
As faintly you hear, I am helping. And all of a sudden, this is like, I actually kind of love that resolve isn't physical damage, mental damage, or social, it's just all one. Because you're kind of like mortified as you hear, as a giant praying mantis falls from the sky and lands outside. All the students start freaking out.
That's new. And I'm gonna like shake the rod. Stop it.
It's morning time.
Oh no.
So, Andy, just so you know, to bring your Zord into a scene, since you have it, it will cost you 1 karma at any point to use the Zord.
Okay.
We'll just do that, because you can use your tags to like supercharge stuff. We'll just auto summon the Zord as a karma. But yeah, what do you guys do? There's no actual initiative. You guys say what you want to do. We figure out who would act first, stuff like that.
I'm trying to make my wine stop making this giant praying mantis.
I am already finished, Tina.
Get rid of it. Go away. I don't want it.
Okay, so I'm going to say this thing has 3 resolution points.
Okay.
Because this thing's big, it should take the whole team. You can immediately try to do that. Here's the thing. If you activate it right now, you're going to magical girl transform.
Oh, no.
We need to chase it down an alley is what we need to do.
Wait,
This thing's about 20 feet tall.
File out. All the
Oh.
students ran out.
Yeah, the students freaked out and ran. I
So
will say
we're
the
alone in this room?
teacher is still there in the room, but they are frozen in fear as one eye is twitching and they're just staring out the window.
Like an anime. Come on. We can totally change right here. They always do it.
I'm gonna like not be happy about it, but I will do my transformation, but I'll try to look like, you know how the hair color changes and all that stuff. Just you look the same, but you're not. That kind of thing. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and try and get rid of this praying mantis.
So Hina transforms. Andy, do you activate your, like, do you morph when she transforms?
Yeah, totally. I like take the coin out and throw it and then catch it when it comes back and be like,
It hits something, bounces back, you catch it. Nice.
right.
Is there any kind of transformation that happens to Tommy?
No, he didn't get his full power yet.
Well, no.
This is complete bullshit.
We got
Both
uniform.
of those are based off their standard power. That's not
I
the
know.
sentience or
I'm
anything.
joking.
I
I'm
was
joking.
gonna say, is there like a you like rage or anything like that, or is it just you watch them both transform? And you're like, I don't need to do that.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
You done?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So each of you guys gets to do one thing. How do you want to deal with it? Hina, you said you're going to use your magic. You're
Yeah, I'm
limited to illusions, but here's the thing. You conjured this thing,
Yeah.
which means it's probably just an illusion. But
Yeah.
it's very convincing and very destructive.
So I'm gonna try to dispel it. I'm
Okay.
gonna try to get rid of it.
Right.
Same way I conjured, I
A
guess.
success will be 1 resolution. A extraordinary success will be 2.
3 dice again?
Yeah. Yeah, you
Okay.
qualify for everything. Now, the standard difficulty is 5. If you spend a karma, it'll lower it to 4.
Okay. Can I spend the karma after I roll?
I think you're supposed to before, but I've allowed others to say
Oh.
after, so it's fine.
Well, I haven't rolled yet, so that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, spend it now.
I'll spend it now. I got a 4. I got 2 2s and a 4.
2 2s and a 4. All right. So you get 1 of the 3
Yep.
necessary successes, which means it's enough to essentially you can let the others know it's an illusion, and it is now slightly transparent.
Okay. Yeah, I'll kind of look towards it and I'll be like, "Stupid wine made that thing. It's not really here." Ah! She's just trying to make it stop.
You wanted them to see a bug, Hina.
This isn't the bug I wanted.
All right, Andy, what are you doing?
I am not going to call my Zord first. I am going to use my agility and my power armor and just say that I have claws and act as like a distraction.
Okay,
Like,
yeah, this is something worth noting because I brought this up when we did character creation, but I just remembered we didn't solidify it for you. Typically, agile characters are ranged, but you're going to have the specific combat modifier that yours is martial arts, correct?
yeah.
So it's agile, but limited to melee. Okay.
Yeah. And so I'm just like tumbling around, like slicing its legs with claws and stuff just to keep it distracted.
Okay, yeah. So roll 3d6. You can spend a karma to drop the difficulty to a 4. It's currently a 5.
I'm not gonna spend.
Oh, wait, you are down a karma. What is your quirk again?
Curious.
Okay, this won't qualify right now.
Oh, I need to roll. Okay, no. Nothing. I got a 4, a 3, and a 1.
A 4, a 3, and a 1. All right. Did you spend the karma? I'm trying to remember. You didn't, so you are going to take 1 resolution or 1 resolve point of damage, which you're now down 2.
Okay.
Because you took 1 from yesterday's milkshake. They haven't reset.
I didn't hear you say I took 1 for that.
When you dealt with the bullies, you got 1 then.
Okay.
I have no idea what the benefit would be, Clyde, but if you sub, we'll say subs will give points to next week's session, Clyde. But you go and you run and you're like, I'm gonna claw it. All your attacks are purely physical right now, which I'm guessing you're using the element of metal. Makes sense. It's an illusion.
Right.
Does nothing. But not only does it do nothing, you just realize you horribly keyed your teacher's car.
Yeah, sorry. Shink, shink.
So he's there, stunned, and all of a sudden he's like, I got it. And where one of its legs was where the car is, and it moves, and you realize all you did was shred the car. Zooms over to the window. He pans down. Geez, you're just. You take a. Detention!
Like a
Phoenix Wright's detention.
in the middle of the helmet.
But yeah, and then we cut to Tommy.
Okay, it's an illusion.
Yeah. Magic probably still hurts it. I will tell you right now, your flames count as magic.
Okay, well, I'm going to the window and I'm going to cook it. I'm just going to go out the window with my mouth, if I can.
Okay, yeah. You 100% can attempt to do that. Here's the thing. That is a ranged attack. I'm assuming you're primarily a brawler.
Yes.
Which means this will only be 2d6 instead of 3, because you only have 2 out of 3 of the tags running right now.
That's fine. I'm going to use a karma.
All right. So that drops it down to 4 for the difficulty.
Karma to me, yeah.
I got a 6 and a 1.
A 6 and a 1. That's a success. That is 1 more result. So It goes, and you realize magic hurts it as it like shrieks and rears back, and it fades again. It is now only like a ghostly outline. But this now makes it harder to see. All the difficulties have raised to 6, as it's on its last one. It's back up. It's its damage and stuff to you guys is when you fail. I don't roll. We're back up. Who wants to be the first to try and finish it off? Because any successes will finish it off.
I'm still gonna try and get rid of it with that magic. So
My attacks are failing, so
3d6. It is a 6 right now. You could spend a karma to drop it to a 5.
I got a 6 and 2 4s.
You succeed.
Woo!
You're just kind of like you focus.
I'm just shaking it. Stop!
Stop! And as you shake it, it just like starts to fade. Ow, 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 ow.
I'm just gonna kind of like lean on the desk and just kind of like.
Right. And with that, this was going to be a shorter session because Hina's exhausted. We've all had really rough days and stuff. I think that fully tested the game because we did social, we did background. Yeah. Honestly, I kind of want to run more of this. I actually love this game. I love playing just super anime world. There's something really funny about it. Yeah, it full on Phoenix rated detention at you. Oh god, in your suit, he shouldn't know who you were, but because it was a failure, the biggest part of the failure was the fact you're like, ah, and as you got surprised, your suit like opened the mask and he saw your face, and that's why you got detention. But yeah, so with that, if you enjoyed this, again, this is like $1 on drive-thru. I think the print copies.
I just bought
like
it.
3. Yeah, I didn't even buy the PDF of this because once I read this, I'm like, I don't need to reference this, like at all. There's actually more in-depth rules for like dungeon crawlers and stuff where you can give them like monster stats, which is why there's like 19 example monsters for that rule. But yeah, I think that covers it. You guys saved the day. You also kind of caused it. Oh no, we have to have one last moment where it is that, and it cuts to a spaceship hovering over Earth. We won't reveal who the villain is. It'll just like UFO and then credits.
I'm never lying for you again, Andy.
Right. But yeah, with that, next week hopefully our other players will be feeling well enough to join us and actually get Eberron. If not, we need a name for this because, I mean, are you guys wanting to play this again if we have to do a filler game? Because this was fun.
Yeah.
Sure.
I might want to change my name so I don't get confused very often, but yeah. Might want to go more in depth with character creation, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So with that, we'll catch you guys next week. Bye. Oh yeah, we'll set up a raid while we're here. We'll see who we can raid. Who's up, right? Oh, Saving Throw's going. So we'll raid Saving Throw. They're actually the only of my friends currently streaming. So
yay.
We'll give them some love even though, I was going to say even though their day is like D&D day today, but actually that's perfect. This is normally our D&D day. All right. So, all right. Later, everybody.
Bye.
Three, 2. I forgot there's a timer for raids.
Yeah.
Okay. Raid now.
There you go. Oh, you're still live. Oh no, he's still live. He forgot.